Let's take a look at the man P.V.Obeng. He's somebody that you work with. You appointed as chairman of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center.
I first came across PV in the 1970s. Those times I was setting up a brick and tile factory. When the machines came in, I was advised to go and see another factory which had been set up at Gomwa Mprumem by late Mr. Okran. He told me he got an engineer who had helped setting up his plant, and he believed the engineer could be of assistance. The engineer turned out to be P.V.Obeng, and so I requested PV to come and support. He readily accepted. PV didn't charge anything for his services to me then, and so we became friends. Later into the 1980s, he surfaced, I should say, in Ghana politics through the PNDC. And he turned out to be such a smart, bright, intelligent person, full of ideas, I would say. So within the PNDC setup, he quickly rose to become the virtual prime minister.
How deep is the vacuum of his absence?
Any death causes a vacuum. But it's more so when a man has used about 3 decades of his life, and he didn't serve ordinarily. As I said, he was a virtual prime minister. A man like that going necessarily would leave a big void.
You kept him at the Ghana Investment Promotion Center and retained him as chairman. He didn't refuse because of political differences. How did this augur for his personal development and the growth of the country?
Truly, he was open-minded. And wherever I found him to be a man who showed some personal confidence in his ideas and his convictions. My condolences go to the widow, the children, and family, and friends, with a prayer that the good Lord gives him peace.
And more tributes pour in for the great statesman. The first national vice chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Alhaji Hudu Yahya, says the late P.V.Obeng was very instrumental in building the NDC.
Alhaji Hudu Yahya says his loss is a big blow to the party, describing him as an intelligent, professional, and a modest man who will never be forgotten.
If I were a little distant away, that would have been helpful. But I was there, you know, and it's not easy. It's trying to, I'm trying to organize my thoughts. I can't believe it, you know. I have known Mr. P.V.Obeng since the beginning of the PNDC, 82. He worked and worked like a horse in those days. Mr. P.V.Obeng, in spite of all this knowledge, hard work, professionalism, experience, was also in his social and personal life very modest. He talked to everybody as a fellow human being. All those who served under him can testify to this. He never was somebody who raised his shoulders that too high. And later, when the Pope honored him, and we went to Obuasi to celebrate with him, that was when one saw that yes, and he had another side. Apart from politics, apart from professionalism, he also was a man of God. He served his Lord and served his church.